hear me out. And your way of doing that is to talk to little girls.
It's scary to think about someone you love being kidnapped, and hopefully you never have to experience it. Some people aren't that lucky.
953 unit up here.
This Arizona man flees the police with abducted children in his car.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Tase him! Tase him! Tase him!
This Florida man uses his infant son as a human shield.
Put the baby down! Put the kid down! Get on the ground now! No! Get on the ground now!
And in Akron, Ohio, a son kidnaps his own mother.
You got That's all I know. I win in 30 seconds.
Here are 5 times when kidnappers get caught red-handed.
Right 4 fingers.
Down! Are we serious, dude?
Weed. We begin on August 22nd, 2022 in Xenia, Ohio, where officers responded to a call about a strange man at an elementary school. He claimed to be the father of one of the female students and said he was there to pick her up. Why he was really there is shocking. With the help of parents on the scene, officers quickly tracked down the suspect and began interrogating him. He had a story ready for them, of course.
So what are you here for today?
People thought I was here to, I guess, follow somebody's child, but I'm having a lot of psychological problems.
You're having psychological problems? What kind of psychological problems are you having? So what kind of psychological issues? Like what are you, in more of a description way, like what are you feeling? Paranoid. Do you know anybody here? You don't know anybody here? You don't know anybody's kids? Nothing like that? Okay, you from Xenia?
It's clear he either had psychological issues or his memory lapse is simply an act for the officers. It doesn't take long for the officer to determine it's all an act after his story changes.
Fairborn area, how'd you end up here today then? Like how'd you get to St. Bridget?
Heading to a ER.
Okay, to GMA, like Green Memorial? Is that where you were trying to get to? Okay, how'd you end up here today? Like, did you walk from Fairborn, or like, how'd you get here?
Actually, I drove. I drove.
You drove here? Okay, is your car here?
He was being honest about driving to the school, as the officers soon located his vehicle, and what they found inside the 35-year-old man's car would take this case to a whole new level. He was identified as Reed Duran from Fairborn, Ohio, and had no prior arrests. The officer was focused on getting Reed to open up to him so he could get the true story. So far, it wasn't adding up.
What drew you to come here? Because I'm just going off of what I've heard so far. They're trying to get the more of the full story right now, but from what I've heard, you basically said that you knew a kid here, or you had a kid that went here. They asked you who that kid was, and you couldn't give him a kid name. And I'm trying to figure out why you're saying that.
To kind of say that I have a kid here.
So you came here, you gave a name with the J, right? Is what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
For what reason did you do that?
Just to be a part of the group.
Be part of this group here? But it's not making sense how you ended up here and why you ended up here if you're trying to go to GMH. So you
kind of where my illness kind of started stepping in.
Okay, so you saw a group and you kind of got interested. Is that what you're trying to say?
Like I just saw that a bunch of people were here and I said, well, I should come here.
The officer checks with the school principal, Mr. Atkins, and the child's parents to see if anything Mr. Duran is saying is true.
Into the building, he said he was the father of a daughter. So he was, as it turns out, it was his daughter. It's not his daughter. He has no relation here. He was fishing for information. And I became suspicious, and so then I find out this was the real father. So we found him out here, and he's got a story about he's looking for his daughter. But
after hearing what the principal and the girl's parents had to say, it was very clear his motive was to get close to the little girl. His acting performance was exposed for exactly what it was, and the officer was done with his performance.
Now I'm starting to get a little frustrated because you're not being completely honest. You walked into that school today, sat behind a little girl and started talking to her. Didn't know anything about her, don't know anybody here, and you start talking to a little girl. What is that about? What is the reason for that?
Just trying to better like interact with people, I guess. But yeah, I know it's not normal.
No. To say the words to better interact with people and hear me out. And your way of doing that is to talk to little girls.
The father's anger was about to grow as this story continued to unfold.
I need something done with him, and I would appreciate every information on him so I can keep tabs on him or something.
Sir, I understand you are very upset right now. All right, let's try to work through this.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the officer has no crime to charge him with, and that's not comforting to anyone, especially the mother.
I can't imagine what you're going through, but we can't just put somebody on a registry because he went into a school.
He could have walked out with her.
I know. I know he could have, but he didn't.
Doesn't matter. He could have.
So in the
He
eyes
told people.
in the eyes of the law, it does matter. We can't charge somebody for what they may do. We can't.
He was in the process of it.
Until the act is committed, then
He was
there's no
telling
crime.
people he is the parent.
And I understand that.
Reed collected some of the girl's paperwork and books from the classroom. There's a simple explanation for it, but it's not the one he gives.
Obviously, this isn't your paperwork, correct? None of this is, right?
No, this is just.
This is theirs, right? Hand me those. Thank you. What else have you taken from them today?
Nothing else.
What's in that bag?
Oh. Books that I have.
Books? Are those yours books?
Yeah.
Or did you take them from here? Because obviously you've taken something from the kids, and I'm starting to think this is not yours either. Is this yours or not yours? And be honest.
These are good.
Obviously, the officer doesn't believe a word he says at this point.
I'm going to find out if those are your books, but I don't think they are. We'll find out. Because obviously you took some stuff from these kids and got their stuff.
Duran intended to fill the paperwork out himself in an effort to claim the child was his.
So, they're theirs?
There's the school.
They're at schools? Okay. So, again, you keep continuously lying to me over and over, man. And you expect me to believe your story.
As the officers discuss what's to be done, the father is done waiting for answers.
Someone goes, yeah. So he says possibly might be schizophrenia.
You need to figure something out right now. You need to figure something out. I'm respecting you. He is touching her.
Sir,
You need to put him in the car.
sir, you need to walk away. You need to walk away.
I need you to understand.
Sir,
You can me. Sir, I am hearing you.
Sir,
He is
walk that
Okay.
way. Walk that way.
Did you hear me?
Walk that way.
Tell
Walk
me you
that
heard me.
way.
Tell me you heard what I
Walk
said.
that way,
Sir, I'm
sir.
asking.
Walk that way.
Until they can think of a reason to arrest him, cooler heads have to prevail. The officer is doing the right thing by not risking an unlawful arrest and allowing him to escape on a technicality.
We're trying to put him back in the car. Give us just a few minutes here. That's all I'm asking, so we can put him somewhere. Just not here. Just not
Sir,
here.
it's been almost an hour since he's followed my kid around. And he's right here. I know you
I-
want me away from everybody. He's right there.
There's something the officer can do to try and move things forward. They can search the suspect's car, but it'll require his permission.
All right. What vehicle is yours?
That's the red Hyundai Sonata.
Red Hyundai Sonata. Okay. I'm assuming four-door.
Photo.
Is there any tinted windows or anything like that?
No.
Would you be willing to allow us to look through the car?
That's fine.
Okay.
Duran agrees to the search for some reason, and this is where the situation becomes explosive. Admitting to being a drug addict is one strike against him, but it certainly doesn't explain his apparent fascination with children.
You user? You have a thing in there about recovery. You a user? What do you usually use?
Cocaine.
Cocaine? Okay. When's the last time you used? What else? Okay, what else do you use? Do you use cocaine and something else?
It's like pills.
Pills? What kind of pills?
Downers.
Downers?
Sorry, basically.
Gotcha. When's the last time you used, my man? Morning? Coke or both?
So,
Both. So I take it that you take Coke, you get too high, you take Downer to come down?
yeah.
Okay.
You know he's hiding something big if he's lying about there being drugs in the car to distract the officers.
Okay, you're shaking, pausing, thinking. That's not being honest. Tell me what's going on.
I'm not in my right mind.
What do you mean you're not in your right mind? You're lying to me. No, addicts know what their pill of choice is. Addicts know what their drug of choice is.
It's like an upper.
After nearly 30 minutes, he finally admits what everyone else was thinking the whole time. He was hunting for children.
We were looking up to see when their events were, to see when people were going to be here. Was it people, children, families, what?
Children.
Okay. So you came here specifically looking for children. Okay. All right. Have you ever been in trouble before?
I have not.
Okay. Was there a specific family or just children in general?
Just in general.
Okay, so you didn't know anybody here.
The girl's father is growing more impatient with every passing minute, and he's making sure the officers know it. It's hard to imagine what he's feeling, but stressing out the suspect isn't going to be helpful, especially when it seems he's starting to come clean.
Sir, I'm going to ask you.
I can listen to his answers.
Sir, I'm asking you to step over there, please.
15 feet away.
Sir, step over there. I'm asking you so I can conduct my investigation, sir. If you want all these answers, I need you to stop.
Things are coming undone, and you have to wonder if the officers wouldn't be better served to take him to the station to continue their questioning. He'll likely agree to it. One of the officers goes inside to inspect some clothing and other items found in one of the bathrooms, and it adds to the tension.
Were you out there when they searched his car?
There's nothing in it. He kept saying there was he's like, I think there's Coke and pills in there, and where he said they were, nothing's in there. So he's obviously, clearly an impulsive liar about everything that he does. I mean, obviously he has like a recovery book and some stuff like that in there. But other than that, nothing that we found of any significance. So.
Meanwhile, officers outside finally get him to expose his deranged, disgusting plan.
Can you pick up on your story where you left off with me?
With him?
With me. Or where were you with him?
With him?
Yeah.
Why I was here?
Okay. And why were you here, sir?
Because of kids.
Okay. What do you mean because of kids?
Because I'm attracted to children.
Okay, so you're attracted to children. What were you coming here to do tonight? Walk me through what was going to go on tonight.
Kids.
Okay. Just
Like so many other predators, he did his research online, so he had a believable story when he arrived at the school.
They asked me if I had a kid here, and I told them the name, and then went to the classroom that kid would be going to school, and they said that she would be going to this class, and so I pretended that it was my kid.
okay. Did you interact with?
I did not. I just kind of just behind her.
You were behind her.
Yeah, just kind of been near her.
The more the officer can get him to talk, the more the charges pile up. It's a textbook job by the officer to make this child predator feel comfortable enough to open up.
I've gone to like states that are not states, but cities that are a couple states over.
Okay.
I went to Normanton. I went to Denver Elementary. That's the one I can remember. And then other places.
Okay.
I've just driven past other schools and stuff.
Okay. Have you ever stopped in any other schools?
Yes.
Okay. Have you taken girls from any other schools?
Yes.
It took nearly 45 minutes to get Duran in the car, but it was worth the time and effort to have him voluntarily agree. Without having to arrest him, they can use all of this testimony. However, the officers still have no idea what they're in for when they arrive at the precinct.
Mr. Green it is?
Duran.
What is it?
Duran.
Duran, sorry, apologize. Would you be willing to come down to the station and talk with us some more?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, all right. Yeah, why don't you come on?
He finally showed his true colors, and the officer was extremely lucky he wasn't seriously injured.
9-5, put your unit up here. Put your hands behind your back now.
Okay.
Stop. Put your hands behind your back now.
Okay.
When he got to the county jail, he admitted he planned to subdue the girl with a tranquilizer he placed inside a candy, and when she passed out, he would remove her from the school.
So, right 4 fingers.
Oh! Are we serious, dude?
He was arrested and charged with 1 count of attempted kidnapping and 1 count of felony assault, but he wasn't done yet. 1 count of escape was added to his charges. He currently awaits trial and will likely be spending a long time in prison. He lied about being under the influence, but the man in our next case didn't need to.
You guys, you have to get me That's all I know. I win in 30 seconds.
Drunk son. Our next case takes us to Akron, Ohio, where 34-year-old David Clegg was arrested on the night of February 3rd, 2021, after abducting his own mother. After getting into a fight with his father, David took off with his car while his mother was still sitting in the passenger seat, prompting his father to call 911. After a high-speed chase that reached more than 100 miles per hour through Akron, Clegg's car was finally immobilized by stop sticks, and officers closed in on him.
Get out of the car now! Do it now! Get out of the car!
Hey, watch yourself. He's reaching.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
Their priority is to get the mother safely out of the car, and luckily they succeed. Getting her son out of the car proves to be much more difficult, and it looks like every cop from the precinct is at the scene.
Come on out here, baby. Take your seatbelt off. Oh my God.
Grab my hand. Grab my hand. Come on.
Keep your hands where we can see them.
Did you know anything
Keep
about
your
it?
hands. I got it. I got it.
Did you know anything about it? Yeah, I can't walk.
Get out of the car! Out of the car!
Stretch.
That's a tool. It's a tool.
Hold it. Hey.
John, get back. We got it. Get back. Go. Get out of the car! Come on!
All right, I'll stop. Is this backup? All right, cool.
You guys, you have to get me That's all I know. I win in 30 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003.
His 70-year-old mother has quite a story to tell about how it all happened.
He called us. He was at a bar in Akron called the Tonic Bar, and it's a bad bar. So Rick said, just stay there. We'll come and get you and take you back, because he's been staying in a motel in Akron and working in Barberton at J.R. Wheel.
Yeah.
He says, and we'll come back and pick you up because it's cold up
Right.
there. It's wind, and he says, and we'll take you back over there.
Right.
So we went up there, and Rick says to me, and took him back, which I said, Rick said, he said, we shouldn't put him in the car. We shouldn't put him in the car. He says, he's acting too crazy. So we take him back over there to that motel. He would not get out of our car.
Wouldn't get out.
He would not get out of the car. And Rick said, did you pay the rent yesterday? Because I thought maybe he didn't pay the rent and he couldn't get back in the motel.
Oh,
Because the rent was due yesterday.
Okay.
Or no, the rent was due today. But we told him to pay it last night.
After the fight with his father and altercation with police, David is in need of medical attention, but he's too drunk to realize it.
Huh? What's up?
We got an ambulance here to check you out.
An ambulance?
Yep.
What is that, a pair?
Huh?
A medic?
Yeah, medic. Check you out.
I'm always fine, but I don't get hurt.
Oh, you're not hurt?
No, I mean, you can look at me in the face. Look, take a picture and Polaroid.
Huh? Yep. There it is.
Look, am I going to jail? You're going to let me out and you can uncuff me. If we can hang out and have a beer. If I had a beer, we'd be perfect, dude.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Despite the officer's best efforts to find out David's version of events, it doesn't get him anywhere. He's far too drunk. He rambles on about thinking he was under attack, prompting the officer to ask him if he was on any drugs.
You want to tell me what happened here today? Okay. You don't want to tell me about your interaction with my officers? Anything happened?
I scared her or something like this. People thinking I did or shot or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm here talking to you, man. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on today.
Nothing happened. Just knowing everything I ever cared about in this whole world. I'm looking for a man. I don't know nothing.
Okay. Who?
But just a little pissed off.
Okay.
I mean, I just been pissed off like this.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. I mean, you're allowed to be pissed off. I'm just trying to figure out what happened during this incident. Okay.
I'm not another good guy from the bad guy, that's it.
Okay. And then what happened when the red and blues got behind you?
Huh?
What happened after the red and blues got behind you?
What do you mean?
Like what span of events happened? From the moment the red and...
How do I know that they're red and blue?
You just said they were. So from the moment the red and blues were behind you,
I'm done.
you don't want to talk?
Smoke me, don't do it from an innocent.
So you don't want to give a statement?
I got a good place where I'm supposed to be buried.
So you don't want to give a statement?
That's my only request. What is my statement?
I'm asking you.
What do you mean?
I'm asking you. What is your statement, sir?
The liberty and what you're saying, so don't let nobody hear that. That's crazy.
So you have no statement to give to me then, sir?
Wait, I mean, are you going to release me or uncuff me? We can go get a... Let me sit up front and buy me a bottle of water, man. I ain't gonna bluff.
After getting no usable information from him, he was taken to the hospital to be examined and charged with abduction, willful fleeing, theft, resisting arrest, and obstructing official business. As despicable as it was to kidnap and endanger your own mother, the suspect in our third case ups the stakes.
Put the baby down! Put the kid down!
Get on the ground now! No! Get on the ground now!
Brandon Leoner. In Flagler County, Florida, on September 27, 2022, a man and an infant boy were being searched for after they received a call from the boy's mother that the man had abducted him. Police find the suspect's car at a McDonald's drive-thru, and what happens next will shock you. Brandon jumps out of the car and uses his infant son as a shield between him and the police.
Show me your hands, dude! Put the baby down! Put the kid down! Put the kid down! Give us the air. Put the kid down, dude! Put the kid down! Get on the ground now!
It's unclear why Brandon is still resisting. There's a police dog and at least 3 officers sitting on his back. There's only one way this is going to end, but how smoothly it goes is up to him.
Stop! On your back, you're gonna get it again!
Stop! Stop!
You need more, no. There you go. All right, ready?
You're gonna get it again! Put your hand behind your back!
I'm not with that on.
You're gonna get it again!
The officers are convinced Brandon is on drugs, though he denies it. Wouldn't he have to be to kidnap his girlfriend's son and drive into oncoming traffic with him on his lap before using him as a shield?
Please don't shoot.
Brandon.
Please don't shoot.
Brandon, look at me.
No.
I need you to relax, partner.
No. Stop.
You guys ready?
No.
Is he going head on that side?
No.
Yes.
Stop.
Ready?
Ah. No, stop.
Someone got the feet?
Stop. Stop. Stop.
After being taken to a local hospital to have his wounds treated, Brandon was charged with kidnapping, using a minor as a shield, resisting with violence, child neglect, fleeing and eluding, and reckless driving. He's being held on a $61,000 bond and awaits trial. Kidnapper gets busted. Our fourth case takes us to Lisbon, Wisconsin, where on February 27, 2021, Trooper Jacob Edwards was advised to be on the lookout for a vehicle carrying someone that was unable to be located during a welfare check. Edwards was told that the missing person was a female. and she was bleeding when she was last seen. While he was parked in a crossover, he saw a vehicle matching the description and began pursuit.
They did not exit at the 61. I'm going to pull up alongside, see if I can get a look at the occupants. I have taken a look at the pictures.
He pulled up to the driver's side of the vehicle and saw a man matching the description of the suspect, Anthony Campbell, but didn't notice a female in the Jeep.
513 Toma. The driver of this vehicle looks similar to the picture of that male. Going to jump to 1087 at the 62/2, 62.2. He was a little close behind a semi, so I'm going to stop him for following too close.
Once Campbell pulled the Jeep off the road, Trooper Edwards could smell marijuana and could make out a woman sitting in the back seat. All 5 officers on the scene approached the scene with caution, knowing how delicate the situation was.
I'm Trooper Edwards with the State Patrol. Can you roll the window all the way down for me, please? Stop Unite, because you're got a little too close behind that semi there. Any particular reason you're following too close? Can I see your driver's license and proof of insurance?
Before anything was allowed to escalate, the female was removed safely from the vehicle into the officer's protection.
You want to step on out for me? I'm just asking. It looks like blood. No? Okay. You got your ID then? So what's your name, sir? Okay.
Campbell told Trooper Edwards that he was only driving because she was tired, and that's why she was in the back seat.
Okay. Okay. Why was she sitting in the back? Because she's tired? Okay. Do you have a valve license? I do. You do? Okay. All right. Hang tight while I check everything, okay? We'll be back with you momentarily, okay?
By this point, Edwards is aware that he's known to be violent and has drug convictions on his record.
513 Toma, this is the car. Can you run that male? He is my 1027.
Campbell is secured in the back of the squad car before his vehicle is searched to avoid any potential problems.
Okay, that's why they walked her back and then I grabbed her purse. Finding more out from her. Okay. All right, I'll let them talk to her then. And we smelled a little bit of dope, so. Okay.
Unsurprisingly, they find 3 bags of marijuana and 3 pills in the Jeep.
Yeah, I'm just going to grab some pictures of doors here.
Officers photographed the woman's injuries: a bloody lip, a cut on her right elbow, and a bruise on her left shin. She told the officer Campbell let her make a phone call, and she told her friend that she was being held against her will. He heard her and took the phone away from her. He was charged with felony kidnapping, felony possession of narcotics, and possession of drug paraphernalia and THC. He awaits trial, but if convicted, he faces up to 40 years in prison and/or a fine of $100,000. The Arizona man in our final case didn't just kidnap one person, he abducted a carload of children.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Tase him! Tase him! Tase him!
Officer Darian Jarrett chases down Kidnapper. In January 2022, New Mexico State Police received an alert that a suspected kidnapper was fleeing Arizona State Police and was crossing into New Mexico. Officer Darian Jarrett joined the pursuit and caught the suspect vehicle on his radar, traveling over 100 miles per hour.
SOCOM 1231, can I get your speed, traffic conditions, and weather?
1251 SOCOM, going about 79 miles per hour, passing milepost 14, medium traffic, clear weather.
After pursuing the vehicle for nearly 10 minutes, the vehicle finally pulled over.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Get out of the vehicle! Hands up! Let me see your hands!
Not listening, still inside the vehicle, one male driver.
Let me see your hands! Driver, let me see your hands! Hands outside the window right now, go! Both hands! Open the door on the outside.
The suspect refused to get out of the car, and once again, Jarrett was in pursuit.
Step out of the vehicle!
The second stop is successful, and the officer immediately checks on the children in the back seat of the car.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Tase him! Tase him! Tase him! Tase him! Hey. Hold on. Get on your stomach. We got somebody in the back, a baby in the back seat, 2 kids in the back seat. Watch, get the kids. Get the kids on that side. Get the kids. Pop the trunk. Doors unlocked. It's all right, kids.
Once the scene had calmed down and it was clear the children were all right, Jarrett transported the suspect to a holding cell at the Lordsburg port of entry.
Getting in pursuits, you know.
And the dog.
Will you be able to leave information with one of the guys at the police department then, just so I can
We'll
know?
pass all the information that you
Yeah. From there, I will take it.
Sorry, I jumped in front of you. I kind of saw an opportunity. Dude, it's fine, bro. You have the bumper. You got the bumper, dude. It's fine. I was like, that's what I was hoping that you're doing. I was like, fucking hit him. I didn't want to, because they said maybe.
Hey, you don't want to lose it. You advise, will you be primary?
1251 SOCOM 10-4. I'm going to be primary. Go ahead, show me 1015 by 1 en route to the 81. Dog, I told you at the office.
At the office? Why are you
Because you're under arrest, dude.
Additional 49.
I said because you're under arrest.
4 misdemeanor, 79, then a felony send-in. Would you like me to confirm?
1251 SOCOM 10-4. Go ahead and confirm.
The kidnapper showed no remorse, cursing at the officer and threatening to urinate in his car.
I'm pretty sure you're not.
2051, clear 29.
Scared of the law or what? Scared of the law or what?
I'm pretty sure you're not.
Out of respect, man. Like, shit. You know what? You know how I gain my respect in the penitentiary? Beating motherfuckers up, man. Just beating motherfuckers up.
That's fine, man.
You know what? Like, shit, even guards, fucking, they post up too. They fight, they earn their respect too.
That's fine, man. And I told you at the office.
Why'd y'all chase me? Because I was speeding?
No, because we got a call from Arizona.
You got a call from Arizona?
Yeah, that they were chasing you.
And we ain't in Arizona?
No, you're in New Mexico.
He was such a violent prisoner that the officer led him in cuffs and he pushed him into a holding cell. The identity of the man and the charges he's facing have not been made public.